I I don't even know what to do here. Okay, like I try to keep up on the news, but I don't watch the news. Look, everybody's all up in arms about ICE and this and that, and like, what don't you understand? Any of you, whoever you are watching this, I don't care if that woman thought she was in the right. I don't care if that ICE officer. You know the real tragedy? She had a 6 year old daughter. A 6 year old kid. She left at home with whoever she left her with and then went out on this exploit, putting herself in danger. We got the internet now, like right here. What I'm doing. If you have a point to be made, you do not, as a parent, need to be messing around with armed officers. Why are you there? Like, I get you had an unfortunate set of events in her life that led her to be divorced, a widow, and having gone through that, and you've got your child, cling to your child, do good by your child, try to find a better job for yourself so you can spend more time with your child. Why are you out in your vehicle messing around? That makes no sense. Why are we, as Americans, human beings, parents, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, whatever you are, you have someone in your life. Why are you out doing that? We all have online presences. Everybody does. You could have been out of your vehicle, on the sidewalk, a safe distance away, making your voice heard just the same. This was a horrible, stupid thing to do. From the outset of her walking out her door, you have a 6 year old child to take care of. I've got a little 2 year old daughter. Do you think my wife would be out with her car interfering with police? Right, wrong, or indifferent? What are you doing with crowded people moving your car around? She could have just as easily backed over one of the protesters and been in jail for vehicular manslaughter, but nobody wants to fucking talk about that. I'm sorry, I try not to swear, but it's stupid. If you have a child, your number one goal in life is to keep your child safe, which means not being involved like that. Not like that. I don't care whose side you're on. That right there should never have been. And I'm holding my phone. I'm shaking. It's not video quality. I don't know, it's 7 in the morning. I've had my cup of coffee and yeah. Anyways, people, don't be doing stuff like that if you got kids. If you're 20 something, you ain't got no kids, go for it. Go be an idiot. Go out and throw rocks or whatever you want to do. That's just asking to ruin your life. Because even if you're trying to make your point heard, it's not heard. It's not. You just look like an extremist on the other side of whatever side you're on. I'm on nobody's side. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. You know what I am? I'm a human being. Any of these guys in Congress or government, if they're not helping their constituents, I don't care what side of the aisle they're on, they're not worth it. Vote them out. Get some new guys in there. And make a change. Like, everybody wants to talk about, oh, if we change this, if we change that, it'll be better. No. You know what'll be better? Is when it's better. You know what we can do is try change. And if it doesn't work, we shouldn't do that. Go down a different road. There's almost 100 years of communism, socialism, whatever freaking thing you want to use it as. It never works. Never. The theory is a theory. It's something, an ideal you can try to live by as a person, which is basically be generous. If you have something, someone needs something, help that person out. The collectivism crap where the government takes hold of it, that doesn't work. When individuals use Marxism to help their fellow neighbor, it's called generosity. Being kind to your fellow human being. I got a comment on one of my shorts that somebody wanted to see a longer video. I didn't want it to start like this, but I have no idea what else to say. I've been thinking about this for like days and days, and then this crap happened. I can't tell you, the worth of a human life is unfathomable. You take the $1 trillion or whatever the U.S. is in debt, it doesn't even fucking matter. Not one bit. You're not going to take any money with you to the grave. You could be buried with it, but it ain't going to help you. Not one bit. What money does, it affords you to live. That's it. Sometimes you don't even need that. You go in a lot of these smaller communities, you go cut somebody's wood, they'll feed you for a long time. Like, you cut 20 cord of wood for someone, that's hundreds of dollars worth of labor. They got meat. There you go. You don't even need money. Money is a form of trading labor. It means you've labored here, so now you can afford something over there. That's all it is. It means nothing. I mean, it means something, but it doesn't mean down in your heart, your soul, whatever it is you got, whatever you want to talk about, it means nothing to that. Not one bit. I'm just an old redneck trying to get along up here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Out of coffee. But I want everybody to calm down and take a look at the big picture. That a child is now parentless. Can be raised by the system. Someone else's house. Maybe they will. I pray to God that someone finds that girl and gives her a wonderful home and a wonderful life. But quit making mountains out of molehills. These are illegal people. I don't care if they've been here 20 years or 10 minutes. If they came here legally, then they need to be rejected. Because guess what? All of it's costing money. That everyone's so concerned about. Costs money to get them out of here, house them, They're taking money away from the American people that could have had that job. If it is picking fruit, get your 12-year-old out and teach them what it means to go out and do a hard day's work so they can buy their tennis shoes, that iPad. You know what? If a kid's got to go out 10 years old and pick 100 quart of strawberries for $50 or whatever, I don't know how long it takes to quart strawberries. I know I'll pay him $20 to come change my oil. I'll teach him how to do it. There's nobody willing to do that. Oh, just put your kid on an iPad. My daughter, she ain't gonna have no iPad. Not till she can buy it herself. No, she's gonna learn things. She might use mom or dad's, but no. People, we need a work ethic back in this America, which is lacking. I'm not saying there aren't people out there like me with work ethic. I see it. I really do. Gives me a glimmer of hope. But let's not lose sight of taking care of our kids first. Hey? Like, if you're some activist, you find out you're late, you got one on the way, step away from that life. Let someone else carry that torch. We got 300 and some, how many million people in this frickin' country, from coast to coast? I mean, okay, Alaska and Hawaii, but whatever. 300 million people in this country. And you think that your voice is going to make that much of a difference when you got a kid at home? Go home. Hug your kid. Thank whatever God you pray to that you're there. Because there's so many people that don't get to make it that far. Just like this woman now. 37 years old. That's how old I am. 37 years old. My daughter's 2. You think I'm going to give a shit about any fucking politician? I'm sorry for the cursing. I try not to do it. I really do. But it makes me very angry when you put your politics higher than taking care of your child. Are you kidding me? We live in the USA. Have a gun, learn how to defend yourself, lock your doors. Take care of your kid, go to work. If you don't have a good job, there's college courses all over. I see recruiters all over that are looking for manual labor jobs. You go take a class, get a little certification. Now you can be a CDL driver. You can go. I was just looking up a bunch of Michigan. There's seed bank. There's dairy farms. There's all that need administrators, that need some of these smarter people that don't have a problem reading like I do. I hate reading. Hate it. That's why I'm not a business owner. That's what holds me back from doing that. I hope one day to still do that. Want to know why? Because I'm going to establish it for my daughter. Whether she wants to run it or not. She gets old enough, she doesn't want to run it. I'll find a manager that will manage it. And she will own it. And she'll have free money coming in. Maybe she's got to replace a manager. Guess what? There's college kids coming out of school every day. Well, not every day, but you know what I mean. Every year, there's a bunch more that just graduated. Find one that's in your field. Give them an opportunity. In my youth, by now, yeah, it's been 15 years ago. I was 22. In a bad state of life. I got hired as the one and only mechanic at a shop in my little town of 2,500 people. I didn't just do transmissions. I wasn't just a lube tech. I did everything. I changed your wiper blades. I checked your check engine light. I replaced your head gaskets, wheel bearings, transmissions, crankshafts. I worked on snowmobiles, snow blowers, uh, the casino's shuttles, Arnold Line shuttles that take you back and forth from the parking lots, Straits Building Centers, flatbeds, Toyota Camrys, hybrids, you name it, I work on it. And a guy gave me a chance at 22. I worked 5 years straight, 6 days a week, 300 days a year plus. I mean, if you figure it out, there's 52 weeks in a year, so there's 52 Sundays gone out of 365. I'm a hard worker. We need to start giving people opportunities to fail. If they don't even get to fail and figure out where their weaknesses are, you can't grow. I wanted that guy to start teaching me the books, teach me how to run a business. Wouldn't let me in. So I finally got basically fired from that job because I was always constantly pushing for more organization, because I was only one man running the back of that shop. If I got 4 sets of tires in, I can't do a wheel bearing. If I got tires and oil changes was the main thing he tried to fill me up with. I was making 40% commission. That's not where I'm going to make my money. When I can do a set of brakes in 45 minutes and it calls for an hour, when I can do a really good one, 6-liter serpentine belts, call for 2 3/4 hours, I can do them in 45 minutes. I'm crafty with a long screwdriver and know the belt diagram well enough. I get around things. And I was pushing to do more of that. Like, if they want tires and oil changes, we've got 2 other shops in town that have more employees than just one mechanic. Pass on an oil change here or there. They take 20 minutes to go through and do a decent inspection. Want to know why? Because I wanted to find the bad ball joint, the bad tie rod end, the brakes that are just about shot that need to be done, the rusted transmission cooler lines, rusted fuel lines, because that's where I made my labor. Was doing vehicle inspections was a giant upsell. But I digress. Back to less fun things to talk about. Let's all calm down, vote locally, make our voices heard that way, and these people, that they're not taking your neighbor that was born here. They're not taking those people. If you've been born, you're an American citizen, your parents were American citizens, they're not taking. The people that came here illegally, those are the ones they're taking. Now me, as a redneck, for one, I live in the middle of nowhere, basically, and I know everyone around me. So there's nothing funky going on. Like in the big city, you think ICE is just coming and taking random people? Like Fred Flintstone. You think they're coming to take Fred Flintstone? No. They're coming to take Felipe. Okay? My grandpa, 100% Mexican. Come out of Laredo, Texas. My family's been there so darn long. We didn't jump the border jumped us. Okay? On my dad's side. My grandma, same side. My great-grandfather comes straight from Italy. Right through Ellis Island. People. That's how I got here. My dad's side wouldn't have been immigrants. I wouldn't be here. But they did it proper way. Or in older times, they really didn't care. There was the Homestead Act. You could jump the border and make a little homestead up in the hills outside of town. Nobody cared. This isn't that time. I, as an American citizen, can't go out in the middle of the woods, claim 160 acres as my homestead, and build a farm. Can't do it. So why are we letting people come here, take up our housing, all of this stuff? We've got how many of these non-profit organizations that are supposed to be charity and send off all this money overseas to help these people? Or just across the border to Mexico. You don't like it? Make yourself a non-profit. Give the money to Mexico. People take the tax deduction every time. But don't be messing with cops with your vehicle, especially if you're a parent. If you're a parent, you're a parent. Be responsible for your children. Okay? I don't know what my point here is at the end, but quit dehumanizing people. Because that's what that woman did. She dehumanized right down to her own daughter because of her political viewpoints. I hope people take this the right way, because it's not Democrat, it's not Republican, we're all human beings. And now a child doesn't have a parent. And that should be the outrage. That a parent would put aside their children to follow a political viewpoint. No. Let somebody else go fight that fight. You take care of your kids. That's my point. Take care of your kids. You idiot. You absolute idiot. If you're out there and you got a kid and you're thinking about doing anything stupid like this, stay home. Read about the news, bitch to your friends, and leave it at that. Alright? Sun's up. I need some more coffee. I need to go check on my kid. I think to know I can see her right here on my monitor. That's why I point that way. She's my light. She's my sunshine. She makes every day difficult and wonderful. And don't ever lose sight of that, people. Okay. I love you. Even though this might sound like Dad chewing you out, I love every single one of you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.